Hello, AuthorTube! I'm Ray Richards, and this is what to do when your friend publishes a book. So Ariel Bissett recently put up a video talking about how several of her other BookTube friends have published books, and is she going to review them, and can anyone trust what she says because they're obviously friends, and will that review be good? And I have thoughts. When your friend publishes a novel and you're also a novelist, a writer, and they come out with a book, it is your opportunity to practice selling a book. If you like the book or not, it might not be for you, but it definitely has an audience and will definitely find people who like it if you help bring it attention. I don't remember it because I am an amalgamation of different influences and advice, and I've just sucked up all of the author advice over the years, but I don't remember who said what. But someone presented it to me that way, as someone coming out with a book is an opportunity for you to practice selling. And that is great, and that is what I have used when my friend has a band, when my friends do stuff, in order to support the culture and social people I'm with. I try to sell the things that they're trying to sell, and I try to support them because I think that's better and how we make communities than thinking that I'm in competition with them and I need to give this a letter grade and only trumpet it if it's like the excellent thing. Now this view for me is super tainted by Scribophile, because Scribophile is a bunch of amateur writers that got under my skin, and I'm never gonna live down the stupid opinions I absorbed from them. Not that it's a stupid opinion, but more that it's really pedantic and you're up your own ass a little bit. But a couple of people say like, oh, my followers depend on the truth from me. If I don't say when a book is bad or poorly written, then how can they believe anything I say? And that statement is just super up your own ass. You like the smell of your own farts there, bucko? Given I have never felt the calling or pressure of a following to behave one way or another, because one, I'm socially deaf, and two, I don't know why people follow me, much less for my honesty in saying that books suck or not. Because art is a subjective medium. And I'm not saying there aren't books that I don't think are bad, but I definitely don't think there are any objectively bad books, because there's no objective good or bad with art. One light example is the arcs are free. There is a gentleman on BookTube, there's a gentleman on AuthorTube, I don't know if he'll actually see this, but he disputed the arcs are free because the lady was selling her book for $150. And he said, that can't be worth $150, it's not worth it to me. And he brought out, I shit you not, Ready Player One in a hardbound golden cover that he spent hundreds of dollars on. And that book but to him, it is good, and good enough to read not only once, but then to buy a signed gold copy. There's a lot of this cultural kind of ideas tied into this idea of objective, good review of a thing, and if it can trust it, if you're tainted. Oh, the tainted review is so bad. And I have so much thoughts of this from different times, from the backlash to Gamergate, to this thing happening before, to this with movies. And it comes from a culture of people, of too much art. People depend on a curated idea of games to play, like they need to spend their time seeing only the best and most fantastic of everything, where that's like a lot of stress. There are readers and consumers of art and anime and books that not only can you give something a number like an 8.5, but then that 8.5 has to be representative of every other 8.5. And if you gave another book like a romance, a 9 out of 10 or whatever, that one has to be better and do everything absolutely better, otherwise it should be knocked down a number. And there are even some reviewers that keep an active log of this show is better than this show, so they have different numbers and they change the rating of a show based on a better or worse thing also existing, and that is some giant torrents of bullshit to me. Like, who the fuck cares? You won't be able to consume all the art possible. So why? Why do you have to do that to yourself? There's no... I'm sorry if you're this pedantic, but it's really dumb. And as writers, we write stuff that sucks all the time. I write fantastic pieces, and a lot of them start as like shitty stories. Writing is rewriting. You take a story, you decide what was good of it, you focus on that good thing, and you keep writing, and crapping on someone else's story just because it's not like perfect or done or not promoting it is weird. Is weird and unnecessary. And I don't care. And I super don't care about the people who care. There's so many people and groups and readers in the world that you don't even have to care about getting an individual member of them. The pedantic, put everything in order, this game has to be better because it has a slightly different number. Like, I don't even do reviews that give art numbers anymore. I just talk about them. In my other channel, Thought Ray, there's a couple of reviews about like, does Sword Art Online suck, where I kinda try to give a review and I say the good and bad things. But that's not what I find interesting in videos or interesting in art or even interested to watch on YouTube. What I find interesting is, what does that piece of art make me think of? What does it make me do? What can I learn? And that's where my video essays have kind of taken off. This idea of, okay, so there's the new Godzilla. What's the new Godzilla's theme trying to say? And is that an idea I can really swallow or think about? Even if the show isn't good or bad or amazing, like all of the comments that I've gotten on that is people complaining about how the show wasn't good. And that's not what my video was about. And that's not even what the show's about. For a tangent, Godzilla Planet Eater gives out the idea that ideas are immortal, and the only way to kill and get rid of an old idea is to kill everyone who's heard of that idea. And that is a nuts thing. And that's what I made my video about. People got hung up on if Godzilla was a good show or not. I don't care about reviews. I don't care about your personal review of Godzilla. I don't care about your personal review of Last Order. What's interesting about it? What's fun? What characters do you like? When someone asked for John Green's opinion on 50 Shades of Grey, John Green said that he really liked the world building and it was very well done and he could super imagine the world Twilight takes place in, and that has tried to inform how I try to talk about books. I'm gonna have to censor my ideas of Ready Player One. Ready Player One does a really good job of listing things. It's a good couple of lists. I sorely missed the furry representation in it. Ready Player One has some good qualities. It's a list, and it's very good at appealing to a certain demographic that then somehow got made into a movie. Good job, Ready Player One. And this isn't a problem for most people, because most people don't review books. This is mostly a problem for booktubers who decided that reviews are still something they want to do and not the most boring thing in the world to watch. So what do you do when your friend comes out with a book? You sell it. You support your friend and you become better friends, and then you try to make more friends. And then you are a more experienced friend and bookseller. So do you guys have books that I should try to sell for you? Do you have any friends? Do you have any cool stories of helping one another and reading each other's books and just being glad for being in a community and knowing such cool people that make things? Because that makes me real happy. Go write. Maybe leave a comment and like it, but do it quick.